Hello and welcome everybody. We are at the Fabul Gauntlet round 5. This is the runner review. We've got both of the runners in the booth today to discuss their race. We have Demerine and scratchdragon. This should be an exciting one. So both of the runners going into this are 3-1, looking for a chance to bypass the play-in round and go straight to the brackets. I'll start with you, Demerine. What were you thinking before the race even began?
I mean, Scratch and I have had a bunch of races together way back in the day. Again, I kind of sort of faded out of the scene for a little bit in terms of like the really hard, strong racing. And I just know that Scratch and I always play tight. Like Scratch and I have very similar styles. We have very similar mindsets. We play very aggressively. We're loose. We're going to be free with it. So we're probably going to get a little power and just try and jam through the seat as fast as possible. So I just wanted to try and stay relaxed at the start.
Excellent. Scratch, same question, and I'll go a little bit further with you right now because we see it looks like we have a tele start. Does that what are you thinking going in, and then you see tele? What do you like? What do you like? What do you dislike about tele?
Ordeals. Why? Why is that a place? Why do we have to do it? And if you get tele, if you don't do it, you're an idiot. If you do it, you're an idiot. So I mean, I'm an idiot.
Fair enough. Okay, with that, I think we're about ready to get started. We'll go ahead and we're gonna mostly listen to Demerine and scratchdragon talk about their thoughts throughout the course of this race. I'll be here to ask some questions throughout it, but it's mostly their show.
Oh man!
All right.
Wait. I think you're at the wrong part right there because I was playing a seat earlier before we even started to warm up.
Oh, yeah, that was
Iridium. I'm like, I was a little confused there.
No. I do remember we had the old man start. I was not playing Iridium this time.
Yeah, no. Iridium is definitely your practice seat.
Yeah.
Okay, Smapey, you might want to get this. Okay.
All right, so let's talk about this real quick. So before we started, I decided, you know what? Let's warm up on a seed. I won't change anything. I won't record anything. And let me tell you, I hated the seed I played before we played our match. It was miserable.
Are there any good seeds?
Yes, there is. None that I found yet, but I'm sure there's.
I haven't played any of them yet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, that was. Spoilers! I saw it. I saw the spoilers.
No, not the spoilers.
Man, how do I ban myself?
Spoilers. One of us won this race and one of us didn't.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, tell us start. My thoughts on it was, all right, how can I cheat out as much free treasure as I can without actually going too far out of the rails? Which was interesting. I don't even remember. Did I? I don't think I went the whatchamacallit first, did I?
I think we'll find out.
I was very tempted by Mist because I wanted to get my hands on an axe right away because, regular hammer's okay, but I wasn't, all about that life.
Right. And well, my mashing was off in this replay. Goodness. Yeah, to get the Edward was concerning, too. I was there great. I have to go get this idiot and watch. It's going to be an Edward seed. It's always in the back of my mind. If you find an Edward, the entire seed is just blown open and someone's going to go do something silly. Yeah, I actually didn't stop in Baron first. I went straight for Damsian.
I don't blame you on that one. Since Edward's a baseline character, I know that Edward could be in Baron Inn or could be on Hobbs, so I don't want to fade the check if I'm searching for a character. Also, I just moved over to hardware this day. I literally had just got my Everdrive that morning. So you'll see me miss menu every so often, and I blame Invent for that. I really do blame Invent because he said, "You're going to miss menu a bunch on hardware." I'm like, I'm not. I do.
Oh man, new hardware is always fun. I remember when I got my SD to SNES, I was there okay, let's see how much different this is than playing on emulator. Oh, well,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I think early on though, again, I am definitely going to miss. I need to get Sid online here as fast as possible.
So what are you looking for to get Sid online?
An Earth Hammer.
An Earth Hammer, an Ogre Axe, you know, some armor so that he doesn't die instantly. You know, even with 800 hit points, he can still get chunked pretty hard.
Yeah, that's what I got right when I went into Dempsey, and I found an Earth Hammer, a Karate, and a Strength Ring, which was delightful. So I ran straight for Hobbs after that.
That is a valid play, and having the Earth Hammer for Hobbs, of course, is real good with Mom Bomb coming up here. I, on the other hand, am going to be hanging out Mist here, and I grab a Sork shirt out of the there, which is great if I find a mage and I know Rydia's in play, and I see this Ogre Axe, and I'm like, all right, well, this Heroine Robe is history, and I just sell out to get my hands on the axe.
Sounds good to me, but the compulsory is this game even randomized finding Mom Bomb on Hobbs? Yeah,
I make sure to back row glitch with Sid because I did get a set of bow and arrows and I forgot which way you had to do it, and I forgot it doesn't matter which way. You can see the nerves a little.
Yeah, the Earth Hammer was really good here because running into Mom Bomb with the Earth Hammer, oh look, they're all gone. Hooray! And Edward's dead. Hooray!
You don't like Edward much, do you?
I know I do like Edward. I'm not very good at handling Edward. Like to say do Zeromus, I've really not learned the Zeromus Edward strats yet. So if anyone wants to bot me, learn that and hope that that's in the seed.
So what conditions, Demerine, then, would you favor Edward? Do you want to use him throughout the majority of the seed? I know that that's a kind of a contention among the community.
I mean, you can strap a bow to Edward. Like, I'm not looking to keep Edward forever. On these flags especially, I don't want to take Edward as a Zeromus. He's just not that good. But I want to strap a good bow to him and go to work because, you know, if you have, like, I have an elven bow, I've got ice arrows. Like, I could have done a lot better here in terms of arrows, but, you know, we got something.
Right. No, well, I mean, if you get like a samurai bow with samurai arrows, Edward can do some damage early on in the game, which is actually pretty nice. But the problem I have with him is just like the late game strats. You put a dancing dagger on him, he's pretty good. You run into Dark Knight Cecil, he's actually really good too. Which we have to find him.
So I'm kind of happy to have Edward at that point, just in case.
Right. Evil Wall, if he's in the right position, he's really good too.
So tell me, like, how much does your routing and character kind of preference depend on what you see as far as the objectives that you have in this flag set?
So I think the really interesting thing about this flag set, if you look at the 4 and 5 at the bottom there, you realize they're both the Baron key. So all of a sudden, this is really just a 4 objective seed. This is not a 5 objective seed. So already my mind is going, oh God, we're in the middle of a jet seed. Like, even before we start, my mentality is, this seed could be over in 45 minutes to an hour. With the right bosses in the right spots, this seed could just end.
Yeah, my concern was that I would find a magma key and then have to go searching everywhere and anywhere for the hook. That was my big concern there. And then, I mean, finding a boss is finding a boss, and we had already found the Edward at this point too. And look, there's some Baigen on the map. So yeah, as soon as I found that Earth Hammer, I was just running to clear positions. As like searching for treasure at this point became a secondary thought to me.
Yeah, and I, of course, I'm a big fan of just making sure that finding treasure as a secondary thought. Hey, look, Edward's dead.
Woo! Hurrah! So
yeah, already prepping for his role of sleeping in Toria's medical chamber, I guess.
Well, he's a method actor, so you have to remember.
And you can tell I'm already leaving the mountain. I'm not actually terribly interested in getting my hands on any loot here anymore. So you're going to see my treasure chest density just go. I want my treasure chest density to be near 0 at this point if I can help it. Like, I'm at 35 chest open probably. I'm done. I don't want to open any more boxes. Like, after Antlion Cave. Like, after.
You cleared 2 places that I didn't clear, which I mean, the Sork shirt would have been nice. Let's be honest, but like,
yeah, but you got a tiara, so you're caster set pretty much. You know, you kind of want a rod at that point for the Rydia, but.
Well, funny story. When we get there, I'll talk about what I had for the Rydia, but Rydia items I'm not really too concerned about unless it's like a dragon whip, a lunar, a Lunar Rod or anything like that. To be honest, like Rydia equipment is weird to be. Ugh. It's hard to put into words because like I want a sword shirt for Rydia, and then after that and a tiara, and then after that I don't know what else I would even want.
Maybe
Basically
a Stardust Rod.
A Stardust Rod would be nice, but I mean it's a change, I guess. But like getting a Rydia online is kind of irrelevant. It's more about getting her Bahamut. If you get a Bahamut, she's fine. And don't care about anything else.
I mean, Sylph Summon carries the early game a lot of the time, so it's fine.
I mean that much.
I do a lot of menuing. This is not great.
Oh man. Yeah. At this point I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have Ordeals, I have Fabul, and I have Baron to do. So let's go back and check Baron and see what's in there to see if it's something I could just easily kill because I have the Sid online right now. And I did back row glitch him, I believe, at this point. I don't remember. Did I? Who was here? Oh, right. It was this idiot.
It was a free boss.
All right. That's always concerning too, is finding stupidity, which is Fabul Gauntlet. I love the new Fabul Gauntlet, but at the same time, I still hate Fabul Gauntlet.
It's a terrible check.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind you disliking it, even though it is my favorite flag in the new version 4 of Free Enterprise.
Right.
But this Wonder Hag is actually kind of an annoying boss to be in this first fight in Baron Inn, isn't it?
A little bit. I mean, considering that Tella wants to miss everything, nothing new there. But you went straight to Fabul after this. Wow.
Yeah, no, I wanted the free heal because I wanted Edward up for Water Hag just in case. So I did actually want Edward off on his feet again. Also, this is just kind of good information at this point in time because I kind of just wanted to keep pushing bosses. So this is pretty standard routing for me. Is kind of this same around the world stratagem here. Mm-hmm. Also, as a note, if you cast like level 1 magic with Tella instead of swinging, you won't miss.
I mean that's probably true, but
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Edward also happened to have ice arrows equipped, so I just jammed an ice arrow down Rubik's nose, and he died.
Yeah, I had Tella at this point, and I was thinking to myself, what happened? Like I'm on the Rivers boat where I'm thinking to myself, I want to go to Fabul as few times as possible. Mistakes were made.
There's a second Earth Hammer in the seed, by the way. But yeah, I get the news right now about what's going on in the seed.
So.
But Scratch, you also got the pass there, and that's kind of, if your thoughts are this may be a jet seed, that kind of helps with that plan as well, right?
Yeah, it does. Looking back on it now, though, if there was nothing valuable here, I could have easily done this if I had found like the Baron key as well. Oh, and this is where things get fun. Is that I actually take the silence staff and throw it on Rydia and said, "This is your best weapon you're gonna have with the heroine. Have fun."
I mean, I don't cough at the 4x against what's it called? Mages at that point, especially at this point in the seed.
And if we're on a hook route, if you want to take out those mad ogres, it works on them too, right?
Yeah, but I got an ogre axe. I really don't care.
There you go. That works as well. Lots of weaknesses to exploit on those mad ogres.
Mind you, in Baron, I saw the Soma drop, and I was thinking to myself, that would be really nice for Tella, and I decided not to buy it.
I think I made note of it in case of an early darkness crystal, because having 100 MP for the D machine grind is amazing, and having 90 is terrible, so...
I don't know what I was thinking at that point. Oh, there's the first time I'll ask myself that question. Probably 10 more times. Oh, look, cabins. That's nice.
So I looted Toraya for like the first time in my life and got a crystal armor. So at least I alleviated all my money problems, because I've had money problems the entirety of the seed. It's kind of the risk that you take when you open about as many chests as I do, is that sometimes money just doesn't flow. And for me, the money was not flowing. Buying that ogre axe, while useful, was also kind of terrifying.
It is a very expensive item.
Someone tell me why the rune axe is 90k.
That's That's
I-
a mystery for the ages. It does have a high power.
It has an exceptional attack power. It's just very inaccurate.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that I noted about this, at least these sets of flags this time around, is just everything is so expensive. So you really have to be tight with your money. You can't just go all willy-nilly. Oh, look, here's some illusions. I'm gonna buy 50 of these. Nope. let me tell you about that.
Yeah, and I forget why I'm shop looping right now. I think it's because I'm looking for Sylph Summon, I believe, right now. And I run into like every summon on the overworld because I think Asura's out here as well.
I believe it was in one of the shops. Yeah, there it is, right there.
Which I did not buy.
Yeah, I saw the contemplation to buy a Shore is always nice, especially when you have Iridia.
Yeah, like the Asura summon is not bad, especially if you get hung on a white mage. I mean, Ridia's hit point total really sucks, but at least you can, mitigate that a lot of the time with, timed lives and things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the cooler strategies that I picked up was with the 3 bruisers Ridias, is that I would just, oh, look, there's Ridia. Cool. All right, let's go beat Zromus. All right, 2 of you, beat his face in. Okay, Ridia died. Okay, throw a life on her. Okay, Ashura. Okay, we lived this turn because she didn't cast life. Very, very iffy, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah, the fear of the gray faces always looms over Ashura, but man, the healing power is really strong there.
Right.
Yeah.
So usually when I find like the 3 bruiser Ridia strat, I'll see if I can also find like Cure 3s like them found in what the hell is that place called?
They wure in a town. They're in Kaipo, yeah.
Kaipo, yeah. Oh, and yeah, the silent staff came and paid its dividends here. I ran into 2 guards at the top of the mountain.
Interestingly enough, I found a mute bell in a shop and I bought 1 mute bell for that fight, just in case I ran into it.
Yeah, you see that 4 times damage for Ridia really doing work on these guys.
Yep. Silence with heroin, even at 114 HP, she still hits like a truck on a mage. It's also nice that she silenced them too.
Yeah, silent staff is nice for that.
Mm-hmm. So around this time, I'm hoping for either the magma key or the hook. Otherwise, doing everything else except Fabul did not pay off. Spoilers, it did not pay off, and I had to go to Fabul.
Yeah, we kind of already know that, but you didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. Once again, one of those moments of, geez, what was I thinking?
Yeah, the big thing for me here is that I was a little bit behind on pace here at first, but I start picking up the pace immensely this seed, which is really nice.
If you know what I ended up doing this time around was I did not do just like I didn't go shopping nearly at all. If it was on the way, I went and shopped. Otherwise, I didn't even see the downs.
Has that been your general thought process throughout this event?
Yes, because honestly, later on, things are going to become, it's going to become extremely quick and extremely tight. So, like, stopping to get something that will save you 5 minutes may not even be on the menu because you're always playing at that possibility that, well, what happens if I go there and there's nothing there? Well, I just wasted 30 seconds to try and save 5 minutes, which, that's just an extreme example, but...
I look at it... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, after you.
Yeah, no, but I look at it like early Magma Key. Like, I look at my race against Lord Bob Bree, and I had early Magma Key that race, and of course, the first thing I did was, went underground with the intent to sell my entire inventory for whatever I found down there, and I found nothing down there. But I'm gonna make that play 100% of the time because it's the right play. Right, and so the idea is that you want to make those. I will gamble 30 seconds every time to save 4 minutes if it comes up that way because if I hit it, I save 4 minutes. So that's kind of where we go with that.
Right, but I'm talking about because the good items are scaled later on in the game. So like the underground has good items, Eblin's supposed to have good items, so is the moon. So like being on the overworld, I'm not going to try and gamble that much early on to say, oh, maybe I'll find this, which Coincidentally, I wish I had done kind of, because I found where the vampires were afterwards.
Yeah, I picked up 4 vampires for this seed, so I had a little bit going on. I also grabbed Sylph Summon here from I believe it was either Agard or Mysidia.
Yep.
So my Rydia is very, very online here.
Yeah, I didn't end up going to Agar. I did stop in Silvera just for a quick check because it was on the way. And this is where I pick up the Ashura and said, okay, we're good to go here. I'm definitely picking you. Also, I found the elixir and the curse ring as well. I found the curse ring on Mount Hobbs, which was actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I end up You'll see me snag the same. You'll see me snag the same cursed ring off of Mount Ordeals and go, oh, it's a hook seed. I might need this. I'm really glad for it.
Yeah, I never thought there would be a time where I'd be so happy to find a curse ring in my life.
This was the team for it.
Yeah. So right now we're just kind of following each other's previous footsteps right now, going up to Hobbs to, yeah, I mean, that's definitely the play. You have a teller, you go up to Hobbs, or not Hobbs, Ordeals.
Yep. So
Yep.
you're slightly ahead of me at this point, I think, because you only have to get through 1 boss, and I've got to get through 3. And I know the 3 bosses up here were not that bad. Like, none of these bosses were like, oh, I'm actually afraid of this. I kind of just walked up to the mountain and went, yeah, I'm just gonna sylph everything a few times and then leave.
Yeah, it's coming down to the difference of I didn't do as many checks as you did because I never found Sylph, I never found the crystal armor. I keep hoping Edward dies on my screen. It's a bad habit of mine.
Come on, Edward's fine. He's good. He's alive.
He has no dancing daggers right now.
He's got an elven bow and ice arrows. It's fine.
I didn't find the elven bow.
So I'm going to teach everybody a very, very important lesson here. First spot on the mountain. If your team has no hit points, don't go ham. I get you as you are watching my team get absolutely thrashed. I misremembered how much HP this spot has. Sid hitting for 1,000 there is great and all, but yeah, this spot actually has some magic attack. So I am not very happy about this right now.
Yeah, I was really lucky to find the 1 blizzard, and I threw that. I had Sid throw that in. It did 24.
I think I had the blizzard and then forgot about it, and so I ended up going about things a little bit differently here, and this is where I lost some time. Also, I accidentally went to new game there when I reset, which was weird to me. So,
so yeah, at this point, I'm probably 2 minutes ahead, maybe 3.
Yep. I flipped on encounters here.
To gain a little bit of experience. Yeah, no, that's legitimate. That is very legitimate.
I've got an Earth Hammer and a very fast Sid right now, comparatively speaking. So I'm going to Earth Hammer a pack of enemies here. I am a massive proponent of let's turn on some encounters. More so, I think, than any other runner in the game potentially. Maybe Rivers is on this boat as well, but I'm like, you know what? I need to get rid of a few levels because Sylph costs me 0 mana if Sylph is online. Let me go ahead and toggle on encounters and then just blow this up real quick. And now I check Rydia's MP. She's got 59 MP. I pop a tent. I turn off encounters. I save the game. And yeah, we're good. We're ready to go.
Yep. She also might be able to survive one of those fire 2s as well with the extra HP.
Yep. Not that she needs to, because I don't have any intent of taking I think I started not swinging with Edward and only swinging with Rydia and Sid.
Yep, and here's where I sell my inventory to pick up sirens.
See, the funny thing is that that seemed like a good decision here, right? You get a lot of stuff, and sirens are great. Again, I think if you're in that jet seed mentality, sirens are really good.
Mm-hmm. So I picked up how many? I think I picked up like 14 of them just to be safe because I said funny idea I have in my head is I never need more than 15 sirens. Sometimes I never need more than 10. The thing is, if I'm using more than that, then that means I'm grinding too much, right? So you use a couple earlier on if you get down there, you get Quack Kid Quack, or you get some level so you can fight bosses. But other than that, you should have at least like 5 to 7 for when you get 10 key items just to grind really quickly. And at this point, I get the bad news. It's Young at Eblin with a Loogie.
I mean,
yeah, Young is always bad news. So
Yeah, but the doctor is great news there because, the good doctor's pretty free in that spot.
I mean, at this point, yes-ish, but I'll leave that to.
We'll leave that for a minute.
Yeah. But finding Yang this late into the run when I'm trying to dive the underground right now is just not fun. So I decided to actually do a little bit of looting here.
Yeah, like I think that's not the character that you want to see there. Again, my overworld was very inefficient today, which is not great. So again, a lot of menuing, a little bit of nerves.
Yeah. I mean, going back and saving on ordeals is always recommended because we don't know where Wyvern is still, or Golbez, or any scary bosses.
So one of the things I do is I run on battle speed 2, which is actually useful at points because you can sort of save yourself a little bit of trouble because you can put yourself in a position where you can successfully run buffer yourself to not die. My Edward's dead, by the way.
Makes me happy. Yeah. At this point, I ended up finding the monster box in Eblin, and I don't know what I was thinking here. Like, I just dropped all the spaghetti.
I mean, if you had an ogre axe, you just killed them.
I picked up the ogre axe, but I never switched to it because I wasn't thinking at the time.
Yeah, there's a reason I don't open boxes over here because this encounter stinks. Like, this encounter is no fun. Stalemen have so much health, and it's worth this encounter for nearly no experience. It's like worth like 2,200 experience points. I never want this fight. Like, I am one of the people. Like, you see a lot of people who will save scum outside of the top of Cave Eblin in case like it's in the first 3 chests there because then you can loot freely.
Yeah, I'm a strong advocate for that. And then on the way back, I was just thinking, okay, I have Tella, I can cast Stop and stuff like that can happen, and maybe the Stalemen. I was more interested in what the treasure was more than actually fighting the Stalemen themselves. But at this point, they kill Tella, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what do I do? Okay, time to reset. So a good 30 to 40 seconds lost there.
Yeah, all the looting that you were doing before then, yeah.
So, but I did find an ice brand, an ogre. What else did I find there? I found something else that was interesting.
There's another ninja star for money. There's a couple of other nice things there. Looked like, there's a poison axe and the ogre axe.
Poison axe. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the poison axe.
So you've got roughly 1 billion gold now. That sucks.
So, forget the Stalemen. I'll go fight the dummies, the giants or the ogres, whatever they are.
Yeah, at least they're worth experience instead of the Stalemen, which don't really give you a whole lot.
Yeah. Let's see, what bosses did we see at this point? Salmylon, Water Hag, Calbrena,
Rubicant, Guards.
Elements, Guards. At this point, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I slapped the curse ring on my wonderful Edward because that's a great idea. I'm going through my head of what boss could be here that could actually wall me from actually getting to the underground.
So who would you be scared of in this King Queen spot?
There's tons of people, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ogopogo, Wyvern,
Evil Wall.
Evil Wall is another nasty one.
We know it can't be Wyvern or Volvalis though. Like, we know that that's out, which is good.
Yeah, because there's no way for it. The seed would let that happen, which was kind of nice because there was no spots left to check unless Miss Dragon was
in Zod. Yeah. But yeah, like, Kainazzo could show up here. We know Rubicant's down, which is good, but like, you could have a Kainazzo show up here. Again, Evil Wall will just mix you up real bad and just pummel your party. Antlion really sucks in this spot.
That he hits hard and there's nothing you can do about it. Evil Wall maybe not so bad because we have the Edward, and I believe this is one of the spots Evil Wall can kill itself.
Yeah, like, then you just do some setup. Like, you reset out, you go turn on encounters off your party members, save your game, and then just take Edward over there with like one other person, and then get Edward out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then all of a sudden, I remember equipping the ogre axe. I didn't remember if these guys could be put to sleep or not. I know they could be minied, but I guess not slept.
Yeah, I usually go for size strats on these if I have the opportunity.
So. At this point, my Yang dies. I don't really care. I really just want Rydia and Sid alive.
Yeah, so here I come down the backstretch at this point in time. You're going to see me doing my usual amount of looting, which is I grab the first 2 chests to see if I get free open looting down here, and I don't, and then I'm like done.
That light sword would have been nice if we could have used it.
Who is Cecil?
Yeah, oh, exactly. Mind you, I also found 3 Odins this time around.
I think I only found 2, but they were everywhere.
Yep.
But I look at those sirens and go, I don't have a lot of stuff to sell, but like this ninja sword should probably be forfeit at this point.
Well, the good thing about it is that the ninja sword is actually, I find ninja swords in shops a lot more than I've used to, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, but I don't sell it. I buy 6 sirens. I figure 6 is gonna be more than enough if we've got to go up to the moon. So I'm feeling all right about half a dozen sirens.
That's not a bad number, but my mentality was it's in Eblin and I don't want to come back. So
that is fair, and I thought about that as well. And I think I was thinking about that ninja sword a lot this seed. And one of the things I definitely should have done was, again, considering the amount of loot that I loot in these seeds, I should have sold it. Like, just get rid of it.
Yep. So it ends up being the dark elf is in the king queen spot, which is pretty nice when you have a Tella. You just got to pop the first section of it.
And Dark Elf isn't known for its physical attacks, so that's kind of what's really scary about this spot, right?
Yeah. The biggest nuisance here is when he casts Weaken, he casts multiple spells, because obviously you don't live through that nonsense. And I'm hoping he doesn't whisper Tella.
Sure.
Because who else is going to heal Tella?
I mean, if you had a Sylph summon, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Well, I mean, my Rydia got turned into a pig.
Well, if you were lucky rather than good, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Listen, I am neither lucky nor good. No one can confirm nor deny that.
That's why you're in this 3-in-1 race right now, right?
Listen, it's not my fault that Penguinator cleaned my neck instead of the other way around.
Look, I need you to remember, don't fade character checks these damn flags. You know, like Fusoya's waiting for you in Dwarf Castle 100% of the time. Why are you not doing it?
Man, I'm
sorry.
I know, but I want to say it's not my fault, but it's always my fault, so I can't say no. And to be honest, I just believe that just happens sometimes. And if it happens to you, then you end up in the position that I was in, running
with no power compared to everybody else. Yeah, that was
too strong.
Fusoya is kind of good last I checked.
Yeah, so this is where I ended up having a fun time and saying, you know what? Things go wrong very quickly in these seats, so let's go back and save.
Yeah, going back and saving is a thing you should do nearly 100% of the time here. So I run up on the ogres, and I am real tempted to use my hourglass here, but my team is getting lit up pretty bad right now.
Yeah, I never found the hourglass, I don't think.
There was one hourglass, and I forget where it was, but I grabbed it. But I go for size on Tella here. I am praying that Tella does not die.
Yeah, so this is where things start going kind of odd, and more questions of my sanity come up. Because I decided to berserk, I think I berserked Sid and Rydia here, which, fun note, kids, is not a good idea against Dr. Luge, because you just want Dr. Luge to die, not Balnab.
Yeah, because Balnab, if left alone, Balnab will just explode and probably kill one of your party members. The good doctor, if left alive, will take the wheel of the giant and take 3 actions and then explode against your entire party. So you have to be a little careful. Yeah,
I didn't remember how the mechanics of this fight even work, to be honest. I just, usually it's kill Dr. Luge and don't worry about the rest of it. It just happened to be this one time that I'm an idiot.
Well, the higher
so I get the size
of this mod, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't get the size off here, by the way, but I do get the size off here, so I could raise my entire party, so everyone gets mad over experience, which is kind of handy. But I don't get any life glitches, so I only get like 10,000 experience points, which kind of stings. But I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Yeah,
for some odd reason, Yang punched Tella there. I don't know. I mismenued something. That was great. I blame Inven. That's a safe play, right? Blaming Inven?
100% of the time.
Okay, fantastic. Making sure we're all on the same page here. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm just trudging along this fight. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, and of course I'm just trying to charge down the back stretch here because I know I'm probably on pace if a little bit behind at this point. And I end up my instincts were very good on where I was, I think, in this race, which was I was feeling good but not too good right now. I didn't know what the first boss was. I see Dark Imp, but I'm pretty excited about that because I know that I just need to get to phase 2.
Yep. So at this point, this is the fun part. I get Tella back up, and then Dr. Luge activates, and I'm there like, dear Lord, what have I done?
And I guess we're about to see your party get absolutely mauled. Also, by the way, you'll notice I did not put the curse ring on yet. At this point, Dark Elf is taking like 9 turns to my 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, curse ring.
Yeah, I realized I had a curse ring in my inventory. I just saved. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to curse ring Tella.
Yeah. The fun thing here is that I have the curse ring on Edward, and Balnab Z is taking like 80 million turns, which I was very confused about how agility works in this game sometimes.
Balnab Z is very fast. And here comes the detonate, and Tella just dies.
Yep. I don't remember if I ran out of lives by this point. I know I had a problem where I ran out, but no, I still had a couple of lives left. But Dr. Luge is extremely fast, and yeah, this is where the fun starts.
Well, it is the real fight after all.
Well, that's what he said. Yeah. So at this point, I'm not in a happy place.
Yeah, I, on the other hand, have things completely under control all of a sudden because I have Sylph Summon rolling on Rydia, and so she's hitting for about 1,500, and Sid's hitting for about the same.
Right, because you had found the Sorcerer shirt.
Yeah, to go with the tiara. So Sid's hitting decently well. Like, everyone else kind of sucks at this point. So basically, this is the Rydia show, and then, of course, the worst part happens is that Tella gets picked here, and I'm really unhappy because I'm going to cast Berserk on Sid, so I can do damage.
Well, was it better lucky than good?
Yeah, very, very much so. At least my Rydia's online here. Edward's dead.
Yep. So is my Sid, and this is where I reset because Dr. Luge killed me. So I lost about 3-4 minutes there.
So my Tella got unpigged right before pigging himself again. So everything's
better lucky than good. So
good job, me. Yeah.
So this is where things start getting really, really close. Actually, geez.
Yeah, no, this is where things get real interesting all of a sudden.
Yeah, I did not feel comfortable over losing that amount of time right there. I was there like, oh god, and because I found the hook so late, I was there like, I'm in my head, I'm very behind right now.
I mean, you've got to remember, I took that reset on the mountain. I was very deliberate on the overworld, so I'm like, I really need to take advantage of this and get through this as fast as possible.
Right, but I didn't know that at the time.
Neither did I, but like, I was feeling uncomfortable, to say the least. One more Sylph Summon, I think, does the job here for me.
Yeah. So it wasn't a very comfortable feeling for me at this point because I know most people do Dwarf Castle before doing anything else, or not Dwarf Castle, Fabul before doing anything else, because the double check isn't that bad, but in this case.
Yeah, so I, of course, go back to save because I realize what's going on is I realize that the doctor is that Balnab is a robot, and why did I use an Odin summon? That's just stupid. But also the phase 2 fight is also mechanical, and I realize I'm gonna have to get through a ton of hit points. Like, I think I still need to get through like 14 or 15,000 hit points in phase 2. So I immediately put the Earth Hammer on there because I knew I would want to have it equipped, and then I hit the menu one step too early. So the Earth Hammer, of course, was my plan for this fight at this point, because I knew that now with the quad damage, I would hit for about 2,000 a swing.
Yeah, that was a mistake on my end. I forgot to switch back to the Earth Hammer, so my fight took a little bit longer than I was intending.
Yeah, I think one of the big things I did wrong early on was I was switching too much between the two. Like, in the early game, I could have stuck with the Earth Hammer and been done with it.
So.
And now you've caught up. The two of you are now in the same fight at the same time.
Yep. I would say Dem has a little bit of the advantage here at this point because the
self summon and
the self summon, the Sork, at just about everything at this point, because I am not very strong going into this fight.
Yep, and the thing that I don't know right now is that like I'm feeling real loose going into this fight, and I did not realize that you were not feeling real loose in this fight. That's kind of part of the thing.
Yep. So at this point, naturally, Balnab blows up my Sid, you know, the person with the most HP on my team.
And of course, it's lethal. It's completely horrendously lethal. So I'm gonna Zerk up my Sid here though, pretty confidently, because I've got self summon going on back row, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yep. So my Luge fight was had a little bit to be desired. It wasn't too bad the second time around, but goodness. The biggest thing here was when Luge starts shooting off the lasers and one-shotting people. I just needed to get his HP down as fast as possible.
Yeah, like that's the biggest thing in a fight like this is that you know you can't berserk here because your character's poisoned, but if he's not poisoned because you just brought him back to life, you cast Zerk, accepting that your Tella gets killed. Oh my god. Tella, why? Why are you dead?
I mean, once again...
that's kind of what he does sometimes.
Yep. So this was actually pretty fun. Also, Gas is great.
Yeah, Gas is a great ability, certainly. Tella taking a nap is not great here. But yes.
Oh, your Luge's dead. I was there like, wait a second, yeah. Your Luge died as a Luge. That's the wrong Luge.
Yeah, no, I laid the hammer to him real good, which was nice.
Yep. This is where I take the gamble on the Ashura.
If you get Greyface here, I'm gonna be so sad.
Greyface.
I'm just rolling my eyes.
It actually works out because it brings 3 people back.
Yeah, Yang dies instantly, but it doesn't matter because now you're gonna cast Asura and not get Greyface, right?
Exactly.
I hate you so much right now.
Better lucky than good.
Better lucky than good, friends. Don't rely on skill where luck will suffice. I'm looking for a heal potion here, by the way. I'm not finding it, so I'm just all right, let me point some vampires at this jerk because I got no time for this.
Yeah, that's what I wish I had done. I had bought some extra vampires.
Yeah, Yang's and point vampires. I bet I have telecasting slow here just to sort of take the edge off of the fight a little bit. Yang is going to catch this laser in the face, but I don't really care.
My kingdom for Sylph.
My kingdom for Asura.
Well, truth be told, I think I'd rather have Ashura than I would Sylph sometimes. Most times, actually.
I mean, if I got to push through a hook seat, give me Sylph 100% of the time, please. But you can see my Sid is doing the Lord's work here. I'm actually waiting on the heal here, then channeling Berserk, so I make sure I don't clip it out. So the heal goes off, and now it is time. And now it is time for the full power of Sid to be inflicted upon my foes.
Yeah, owing to Dr. Luge's expert strategy of casting heal on the enemies.
And I'm bringing Yang up just so I have cannon fodder. I don't care about Yang taking actions, I just want Yang to take counterattacks.
Oh yeah, man, your Luge died a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, Earth Hammer is a good weapon. Like, swinging for 2k before Berserk and that 3600 crit was kind of good.
Yep, you see me there just hitting that wonderful 600 damage.
Also, for all of the gas counters I took, do you know how many actually landed on my party?
1.
0.
Nice. I got hit by at least 4 or 5 gases.
Cool, I meme it up here and check Silverfire's chest, get a Poison Claw, and never equip it.
You didn't check the boss at the top of the tower.
I turned around. I remembered. I turned around and went, if I don't do this, I'm gonna regret it. I see Mist Dragon, I go, heck. Tower is now a triple check. Tower is now at the top of my list of things to do.
Yeah. The fun thing was when looking at the items we had now, I'm full clearing underground except for Pan if I can. So I was not going to leave underground until I was good and ready.
Yep. So after 41 minutes, I finally take my first lead in the seed here. It looks like I think I was behind the entire time up until here. And then I just go about my usual underground routing, which is I've got 6 sirens, but let me check underground first.
I feel strongly that you should use a couple of sirens before coming down here in case of bosses that you could do.
I mean, I'm also down here checking for loot because this is a location I loot normally. So I'm looking for loot and trying to start my shop loop as well here. But yeah, there is an argument to be made for cracking a couple sirens up top. But guess what item I don't have yet either for cracking eggs at this. I have literally nothing that will one-shot or even come close to one-shotting eggs. So I need more hourglasses or coffins really badly.
I mean, you could get away with Tella doing it, but that's slow.
Yeah, I'm not all about that life.
So, meanwhile, while I'm still fighting Luge.
Well, I finally hawked that ninja sword because I desperately need the money.
Actually,
grab a handful of hourglasses.
Did you find a Gungnir?
I did not. I did not, which also comes into play later. So yeah, I did not find a Gungnir lance. I found a wind lance. I found an ice brand. I think I hung on to an ice brand. I check the bosses. Like 100% of the time, I'm on a boss hunt. I want to check the bosses, and I go and I see a king misnote it as Odin. Realize afterwards that it's not, and I see Dark Knight Cecil, and I go, I might need a few hit points for this, just in case. Basically, I know that I could hide Edward here. You see me put Edward in the spot. I know that I can hide Edward, but I want to make sure that in case I don't get the hide off, even with the cursed ring, I wanted to have some hit points here. So I bail out to pop a siren, and then I realize I probably don't need the hit points, I think. But I'm going to pop a siren here using an hourglass, and then just kill it eventually.
Yep. So that's part of the reason why, because if you have a Sid like this and you run into like King Queen or because I know we're looking for Dark Knight Cecil. I firmly believe, because there's not too many spots it does over 1,000 damage. And I had an elixir on me, so I said if I run into him, I could always just take a hit, elixir, and then hopefully get another heal off as well.
That's valid.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had Odin. You could have Odin the egg.
It has like a 50% hit rate. I could have tried to Odin the egg, but
better lucky than good.
That's fair.
Oh, this is a big note that I found too, because I actually went shopping here because I don't know what I was looking for. I think I was looking for coffins, but I found the Bacchuses in Tomra. So I was there like, this may come in handy.
Wait, they were in...
later.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I didn't even bother looting the rest of Tomra. I just...
Best town in the game.
How did I miss that?
Playing loose? I don't know.
I was playing very loose. That is a shop check I normally don't skip, but I was very excited to have these bosses out of the way. I think I might have just completely whiffed on Tomra.
Yeah.
This comes into play later, folks.
A little bit. But this is where I check Dwarf first, because I'm hating my party right now.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I just wanted to get this objective out of the way because I figured that if I come down here, and my goal is to always do required things first. And when I saw Dark Knight Cecil, all of a sudden my game plan is, all right, I have to do this first. Because if this is Dark Knight Cecil with Baron Key, the seed is over.
Yeah.
Like, the seed is done at this point. That's how tight this is right now.
Yep, I hadn't even gone down because I actually dislike going to Feymarch first, solely because there's 2 extra checks down there that I could possibly do if I can beat the bosses. But at this point, I didn't feel like I could beat any bosses.
I like knowing how much preparation I'm going to do, and also at this point, I should have popped a cabin pretty much at this point. But my mentality here was, Riddy and Edward are going to die no matter what, so I'm not worried about them. So I just cure 2 up my party, and I do something really smart here in just a moment, which is I go to my menu and I put my battle speed on 6 to absolutely, positively make sure that Edward will get the turn. Because I know run buffering's going to be really hard at this point.
Do you need to run buffer on Battle Speed 6? I think it's fast enough. You don't know.
You do not.
Okay.
And with Edward out, I'm good. I just let my party die.
Okay. Good job. I fought Ashura. Good old Rydia with the silence rod. Whapping it for 2,000 damage.
Getting angry, doing job, doing work.
Yep, heroine robe, tiara.
30,000 gold. 30,000 gold. I don't regret it in the slightest. Dark Knight Cecil just drops like a rock.
Feels good.
Feels real good.
And only the Baron key away from, as far as what you need in order to complete this seed.
Yeah, so now I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Like, I'm just having a moment. Like, I realize that I am literally Baron key away, and I lose my mind for about 30 seconds here.
Mind you, I hate my life right now because look what I found.
I am aware of what you found.
Oh, and a double Tella.
Yeah, I took the second Tella.
It's Duke Tella. Now you've got 2 Tellas.
I can't be doing that in the bracket stages. No dupes there.
Man, I'm looking forward to no dupes in the bracket stages. Those flags are brutal.
Sounds like fun.
I will definitely need to practice those flags.
Anyway. On my end, I'm fighting stupid Fabul.
I'm gonna hide Edward again, and then like AFK. Like I go get a drink at this point, I think.
Beverage fight.
Yeah, I'm on a beverage break at this point, while you're doing a lot of work over there.
Well, you gotta beat those tortoises, armadillos, and black lizards.
Funny story, I never knew that the black lizards actually petrified you. And the dark imps.
Oh yeah, even more dark imps.
I'm sitting here just basically hating my life that I'm actually considering finishing this because 1, there's a Tella here, but 2, there's an item behind it. So I said, you know what? We're committed.
If you, I don't know if you, I don't know the damage range, but if you still have that Earth Hammer, would that help here?
I was doing good enough damage, but Sid's really slow, and there's 3 enemies all the time. I don't think that the Earth Hammer could actually kill all of them in one shot, but that wasn't even a thought in my mind. It should have been, but it was not. I just said let Rydia, Sid, and Yang just swing at it. Also, yes, Purple Sid does kind of look like Macho Man Randy Savage. I think I want to name him that from now on.
Oh, wait, am I not AFK anymore? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I get 28,000 experience for that. I'm very excited. Rydia gets virus.
Oh, well, I mean, that would make me pretty excited, too.
And I get the pan, which also... This is where I realize I probably forgot to go to Tamra, because I just got a pan. Obviously, this now takes priority over literally everything in my mind. Shops don't need them. Towns don't need them. People don't need them. I need to check this pan right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 checks via the Self Cave, 3 checks via the tower. You've got a whole lot of, like, combo places to go to at this point.
Stupid black lizards. So
they're just so healthy is the problem. Like the rest of the fights in this gauntlet are not very healthy. It's just black lizards. They're ice weak, but like, I mean, the only real thing you could do is summon against them. I guess with Rydia would be the idea.
I guess, but at this point, I don't think I even popped the Odins that I found. I think I sold all of them.
Makes sense. Like I was just thinking using the ice summon on them and just dusting them.
Yeah, I didn't even realize they were weak to ice.
Yep. My girls give up the magma key. I feel real good about that. I don't feel real good about that. I mean, I feel good that I'm pushing on towards 10 key items at this point, but otherwise, you know.
Yeah, that was actually another big win condition at this point for me, was actually getting to 10 key items so I can grind.
Yeah.
You're still quite a ways away from that.
Too.
Yeah, I miss a lot there.
But one of the things I actually like to do at this point, like what you're doing, is I actually like to save in front. If I have like the tower key or I still have business in the underground, I'll save in front of the tower and then save scum my way back.
Yeah. I mean, again, if I get key items though, like at all, like it didn't matter. I'm really hoping for a sand rupee from this, by the way. That was the item I was really looking for at this point, because I know there's a white mage in the bed.
Oh, there was a white mage in the bed. I was gonna ask who was actually in the bed.
Porum is in the bed. So I of course go the wrong way because my nerves are absolutely aflame right now because I figure I might actually be ahead.
Yep, you definitely were. Also, I found coffins in dwarf.
Yeah, I found those. That I did find.
Okay. And I found a Soma drop. I was there like, huh, this is a Soma drop. I could use this.
So the first item I get from Sheila, though, is the Darkness Crystal.
Oof.
And I am like, and the second item I get, of course, the Bahamut Summon. And I'm like, oh no, do I want to do this? Right? Are we doing this? Is this a thing I should do? I'm like, because if I go moon, I know you're not going moon. Like, there's too many checks on Earth for you to go moon at this point. Do I want to try to race you on Earth and like keep playing the game straight up, or am I going moon? Because if it's on the moon and I go moon, I win. But if I go moon and it's not, I definitely lose. Because I know there's no way you're doing this.
Yeah. At this point, it's one key item we're looking for, and that's just for me, it's looking for dwarf or not dwarf. Baron and Dark Knight Cecil, which I'm going to find momentarily. So, if you're looking for one key item and you're betting on the moon,
I mean, there's an argument to be made for it, but with this party, there was no way. Right. This party is so bad, so I decided to go to Dwarf Castle instead. I faded the triple check for Dwarf Castle, thinking that you might have faded the triple check. It might not have faded the triple check and not gone to Dwarf Castle.
Right. The thing is, once you get to Dwarf Castle and you find out it's Fabul there, you're like, I'm committed at this point.
So that's the thing is, I was on the reset button. My hand literally will be on the reset button. You don't know this because you can't, there's no camera. But I am literally shaking my head and like pausing and going, I just got a Tella I don't need. This is Fabul Gauntlet. Do I fade this? Yeah,
that was what I was thinking when I did it, but I said I'm just gonna run with it. I'm gonna drop the Edward and I'm gonna go for it. At this point,
I just go for.
You found a Grimoire?
Yeah,
lucky you.
Yeah, I go for standard reflect strats here because I don't have the silent staff where it's supposed to be, so I don't really have the damage output. So I just do this the slow way.
I just cast wall with Tella.
With Tella. I was worried it wouldn't last long enough, and I bought extra Star Veil, so I was fine.
Oh, okay.
So I just get Sid real angry here, and then just throw the second Star Veil. Yep. And let Sid do the job.
At this point, I'm on my water break. I'm there like King Queen. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a breather. I've been AFK for a bit.
Glad I didn't mistake that for Odin.
Yeah, well, I came back. It's fine. We're good. I'm good. You're good. We're good.
Yeah. And my Yang and my Sid have about 1,500 each, which is it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think our levels are fairly equivalent at this point. I think I might be just an edge ahead, if nothing else. But you'll catch up at this point.
But there was no edge in the seat.
Wow. No, he was there. We just didn't go. Just neither of us went and got him.
Where was he?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't go get him.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Every character is in the seed. That's right.
Yeah, every character is sort of being in the seed someplace.
Yep. Meanwhile, you're getting beat up by good old Ashura over there. So
I just want to get rid of this damn experience. That's all I want.
At this point, I found a pan, and I'm there like, all right, we're completing the underground. We are not leaving. Hopefully, we don't find a darkness crystal, because if we find a darkness crystal,
it's the worst thing to find. It's like you don't want the seed to. You don't want this. If you feel like you're ahead, right? If you feel like you're running strong, you don't want the seed to open up more than it has to, right? You want to stay on that nice, quick, linear path. You want like a race where you're just gonna stay on that same straight line and be fine. Cool. I am about to see Fabul Gauntlet, and I am about to I think I wet myself. Like, I see Tella, and I go, I don't want this. And I see Fabul Gauntlet, and I go, I don't want this.
Meanwhile, I only set my battle speed to 4, and I'm there like, all right, we're gonna do this.
You got this.
I got this with 1,700 life.
Yeah, no Edward left in your party.
No Edward. So this is where Sid takes the damage. I'm there like, I could cure 2 here. And like, I literally had a moment of clarity, like, no, I need to elixir.
You need elixir here. You could have theoretically cure 2 twice. Like, you could have had Yang cure 2 Sid and have Sid cure 2 Sid. But yeah, doing it this way is safer.
I mean, it's an elixir. What's the worst that could happen besides needing the elixir against Ceronis?
Yeah, basically. Spend that cash when you got it. So of course I am in hell. I hate this. I can't believe I've done this to myself. My Tell is sitting there face down on the floor laughing at me.
I'm surprised you kept the Edward.
Edward still has utility. I didn't really want a second Tella.
Yeah, well, funny note about that. I sat there and when I was getting rid of my Edward, I was there like, well, what happens if I run into? What happens if I run into? What happens if I run into any bosses?
Yep. By the way, Earthhammer does enough damage to kill Dark Imps.
It does. Okay.
Yeah, they only have 200 hit points.
Oh yes, this is where I actually took the moment. I didn't exit straight out of the Fey March, and I went to go find weapons, and I found a Dragon Whip.
It's a good find, honestly, because if you're going to grind eggs.
Yep, but the Dragon Whip wasn't even the thing that I really needed. It was a stronger weapon than anything I had for still on heroin. So I wanted that Dragon Whip so long ago.
But yeah, I'm just mashing the Earthhammer here. Like, I'm group casting Virus with Rydia. Like, I'm making good time on this fight, at least. Like, this is not awful.
Yeah.
It's just a little... It's a little slow because Rydia's not in the first spot where she's supposed to be. She's in the 4th spot, so she's not getting turns fast enough.
Mm-hmm. But at this point, yeah, even the Earthhammer by itself just didn't do the damage it needed to do against them. So
nah, but
Virus and Black Liz's HP ridiculousness.
Yeah, but Rydia's got a ton of magic power here comparatively, so I'm actually just pushing right through this for the most part.
Around here is where we start catching up to each other.
This is where things get fun, I think, because I'm gonna finish this up and you're gonna do your freebie checks, and then I think we meet in the middle.
Funny story. I didn't do my freebie checks.
What?
At this point, I'm feeling real bad about all the time I spent. So I went to go grind some eggs because I knew Miss Dragon was at the top of tower.
Right. And so your intent is just to rush tower and not do freebie checks? I love it.
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
I love it and I hate you right now.
I said I died against Luge. I fought Fabul. If them didn't do either one of those, I am behind. I am 100% behind. So
you're gonna grind some eggs here.
Yep.
I'm gonna check the shop here at Dwarf Castle, and I'm gonna get my coffins. And I'm gonna get my spoon, which happens to put me on 9 key items. So I'm not quite interested in grinding yet.
Like I said, I also forgot to change my battle speed there. I'm a genius.
Good job.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9 key items myself.
Yep. I just get the same 9th key item that you do.
Yep. So I'm just taking a couple of them here.
You're only on 8. You don't have the darkness crystal. I have the darkness crystal. I turn around and check the shop here, and I get my coffins.
Yep. So this is why I didn't do a better grind here, was because I was only at 9, and I said, all right, I'll do to about, I think I did it to 10 or 9, so I did 3 more maybe.
I figured I had enough power to do whatever I wanted at this point, because you know what I have at this point? I have the power of the microwave. So I'm like, you know what I'm going to do to some bosses in the tower? I'm going to let Rydia microwave them.
Yep.
I cannot believe that, but I am just ready to microwave some bosses in here. Like, I know it's Miss Dragon, and I know that Bahamut's gonna hit for, like, ridiculous amounts of damage. So I put Rydia back at the proper spot. I set everything up again, and we are rushing the tower. You get a refund on a Siren. That's baller.
I didn't even realize Sirens could drop there. I nearly lost it. I didn't know what to think when it dropped. I was there like, wait a second.
That is so balling so hard that you got a siren refund.
Yeah. So in hindsight, I don't know what I was thinking, but
You were thinking about
I should have gone and checked. I said to myself, I'm clearing the underground before I'm leaving. Period. Right.
Yeah, this is a real gutsy play.
I should have checked Sheila and save scummed.
Oh yeah, this is completely the wrong play what you're doing right now, but I respect it so much.
But I said I'm clearing the underground. Period. I'm just glad I didn't dive Luca Cave first before doing tower.
Oh, same though. I was tempted to go. I could look at the item there, and I know I don't need the boss. I could just go look at the item. Rivers would be proud of me. I get to Miss Dragon. I am gonna shove Miss Dragon in a microwave.
Yep. Also, hi spirits. How you doing, buddy?
Spoiler: neither of us went anywhere near Luca Cave.
Spoilers. But I just had some air fried fries actually, which was delicious. So,
Yo, that's awesome.
Yeah. This is where we're catching up. I'm still pretty far behind, to be honest.
I forget that I have the microwave, by the way, for my first summon, so I summoned the wrong thing. Also, my Edward's dead.
The happiness of all of that.
Well, you've been so used to summoning Sylph this whole seed, and it's been working out for you, so...
Yeah.
I forget how long it took me to actually do this fight. I'm just glad that I sat there, I looked at Miss Dragon after beating Miss Dragon, I was thinking to myself, I can't forget to check this. Be really bad if I forgot to check this.
Really bad if I missed this one. So my first microwave, by the way, is gonna whiff.
Man, I really wish I had Bahamut.
Yeah, I'm in full panic mode at this point, by the way. Like I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. This, mind you, Rydia's best summoner, period. I would have killed to have a Bahamut summon throughout this seed.
Well, if you did the free checks, you would have had one for this part.
Yes, but then I would have also had the Darkness Crystal and then gone on full panic mode.
And you'd been where I was.
Because God knows neither of us wanted to go up to the moon.
Oh, I really wanted to go up to the moon, but I had no power.
The
I would have
curse
gone
of
up to the
darkness.
moon with the sirens and a couple of hourglasses. I don't remember if I found any hourglasses at this point. I think I found one or two. But
They were in the shop down below, so I had like 5. But yeah, I am like in a blood panic at this point in time. Like I'm just hoping to land this slow because Curse Ring Teller really sucks.
Oh, if you note, I put Sid in the middle at this point. This is why I'm getting a buttload of turns out of all of them.
That's valid.
Sid.
I just park it on Rydia here because I've got one more microwave, so I just park it on Rydia at this point in time and set up and wait to microwave the dragon one more time. I see that now, get ready to fight, and I'm like, alright, let's do this!
I'm so glad you're
heart.
I'm so glad you were ready to yell at me for the freebie chat.
Unbelievable.
It saved me enough time. I will say that. It saved me plenty of time. And
I cannot believe that you did not do these checks. I am pleased and disgusted at the same time.
There were so many checks to do in the underground. I was gonna finish the underground and not come back. That was the mentality I had at this point. I cannot justify my thought. And we are getting rated by 188 people. Welcome to the madhouse.
Hi, RPG Limit Break friends. We are reviewing this run. I am about to hit the air here. But yeah, this was a really good race, and you should watch this back. Maybe, I don't know, with our commentary or not, which is better, but yeah. I think the big thing that you would take from this if you come back and watch it later, and I highly recommend that you come back and watch it later, is how to deal with the fact that throughout this entire seed, scratchdragon and I have no power. Like, you think about these flags, you think about, like, early Kane, you think about like early Kane, early big weapons, Crystal Sword Cecil, Fusoya. We're playing reject percent.
I would have killed for just a light sword Cecil. Mind you, I had a short purple face again.
Good job. I can't believe you. But yeah, like I finished this fight. I get, nothing. I get a twin harp and I'm like, ugh. But my mentality when I get that twin harp though is I'm a little bit happy. I'm on 10 items now.
I'm a little bit behind here because I am very underpowered. I do not have the power microwave.
Yeah, no, I stuffed dragon in microwave pretty decently at least. So I landed 2 microwaves and stuffed this dragon. I see a lunar gleam here and go, oh, this is wyvern. It's not. It's Ogopogo, but Sid's on full health because of the power of Sylph, so I don't really care. So
Bye.
Sid is going to crush the note rope real quick. You're going to get your twin harp, and we are steps apart at this point.
Yep, I'm maybe a minute behind, maybe
If that,
45 seconds.
like we are steps apart here. This race, I don't think we've been more than 3 minutes apart the entire time, and right now we are literal steps apart.
Yeah, this was interesting.
Yeah, the divergence and a couple of wipes from, like, each of you took one kind of in an unfortunate place, but they ended up evening up really close here.
Yep. I walk in, I find my note rope. How did I deal with you? Because I was
You have a
pretty
dragon
weak.
You have a dragon.
I don't remember if Rydia actually died.
I think you swing and you're done here. Rydia will survive that. Just get more than half her hit points.
She's fine.
So you're basically 2 swings away from this one, if not 3. But yeah, you just pump.
Whap whap. All right, note rope's done. No need for no need for the annoying sounds.
I love the Sylph summon. I love it a little too much, but I love it a lot. There's a reason why one of my emotes is the Sylph.
So,
But yeah. So we are step for step here. I am like figuring out where I want to go next at this point, because now the Moon Temptation starts getting real great. Again, I'm sort of in a panic at this point. I don't know what's going on. I've got this twin harp. Do I want to stay on Earth? Do I want to go up to the moon? Do I want to, what do I want to do at this point?
yeah, there's still a lot that's open. You have twin harp. You have, well, for you had moon. I still have pan to clear.
And none of it mattered, because I get the Baron key, and I am rushing the trash bin here. So yeah, I'm in go mode now. I have the pass, I have the darkness crystal, I have the trash bin. We are go. If you thought that one of us was panicking at this point, I think we're both basically just gone at this point.
At this point, I'm just thinking, as soon as I see the Baron key, I'm there like, okay, don't have to check pan, don't have to check Mist Dragon, don't have to check Luca key, thank God, because I was going Luca next.
Yeah, and of course, I am just thinking about microwaving the heck out of the Odin spot, and then realizing, what am I doing for healing on this Aromas fight? I forgot. I didn't have cure. My notes were real bad. I didn't know where cure 3s were. Like I am. This is where I'm panicking, right? Because I am sitting here going, all right, let me get through this, and let me get a Rosa from doing this. I'm hoping for Rosa, Fusoya, or Sand Ruby at this point, right? There's 3 white mages out there. Please let me have one of them.
Yes, our tracker Gamba reminder, we did see Cure 3s in Kaipo. We did see the Ashura summon for sale in Silveria as well. But as Dibber just said, she didn't have her notes very well at this point either. So
Yeah.
Right, and I had 2 Cure 3s in my inventory. So I did buy a couple. I know I had those.
Yep. So the thing with me at this point was I didn't know where Cure 3s were. The only thing that I really had made note of where it was might have been Sirens and Bacchus wines.
And
Mind you.
I never got the Bacchus wines because I never checked Tomras. I don't know where Bacchus wines are. Right? So I have opened up probably about a minute lead here. And my lead's going to open a little bit more, I think, as we go on here, because I think I'm a little bit more powerful. We find this pain in the tail, the one fight I didn't want to see.
Yeah. I saw this and I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do when I run into something I can't kill very easily like Valvalis? So I get to my Bahamut fight and I promptly put him in his not so regular place without the Bahamut summon because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, well, I didn't use the Bahamut summon because I didn't patch up my magic before this. I didn't stop intent. I just went in. knowing it was Bahamut, knowing I would just crush it with like a Sylph Summon and 2 swings. So now I need to bring back the cannon fodder. Because I need Tella to make somebody angry to get through this fight. So I am not really lined up to do this fight right now. Like I don't have the proper setup for this fight.
Actually, what else did I find? Oh, that's right. I had ended up finding the cat claws as well.
Oh, nice. Where
Yeah.
were those?
I think they were in Dwarf. I don't remember. We'll find out in a second because I go back and buy them. Because I said my Yang is getting pretty strong. He could start smacking things pretty well. So, into my Valvalis fight, I'm 30 seconds behind, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't kill this thing very quickly.
I was thinking the same thing. I've got like a Zerk Sid swinging for about 600 here, which is fine. So my game plan now is just to keep Sid alive, and I don't care about anything else.
Is this one of the spots that Valvalis gets hit by spells?
I have no idea. I didn't try. I was just like, I'm just gonna let Sid finish this off for me.
If anyone in the chat wants to educate us, because, well, we've said it quite a bit so far in this run. We're both very stupid. For knowing as much as we do about this game, we're incredibly dumb sometimes. It's hard to remember everything. Okay, yeah, I didn't think that this spots you can actually hit Valvalis with spells either.
And I'm no help either.
Right. So I dump Valvalis into the deep ravine here with my hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're telling me there's no deep ravine? I am being told there is no deep ravine in Baron.
Ha!
Out pops Kane. I hate life.
Yep.
Edward's day is done.
Because at this point, there's no justification not to take Kane, unless you're gonna... The boss in the basement is always scary. Always. There's any number of bosses it could be. Minus
And
Dark Fantasy.
and the only boss I would be able to Edward cheese would be Odin, and I think I could deal with Odin. At this point in time, again, I am panicking. I don't have a plan for the end game yet. Right? I don't really have the power for Zeromus, so I of course am again hoping for a Sand Ruby still.
Just praying for that white mage.
I am in, crutch territory here.
Yep, find the Earth Crystal. Think to yourself, I really don't want to do Earth Crystal to try and find characters.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do Earth Crystal. I don't want to do the basement yet either. So now you're going to see me bail out. So I fly up to Mist to check the Mist item. Again, hoping for a Sand Ruby.
Sand Ruby.
And I pop this open and I get...
Is that what was there?
I get an Excalibur. If I had a Cecil, I'd go forge Excalibur right now because then I could go kill Zeromus.
Yeah.
Cool. That's nothing.
I never checked Kaipo for who was in the bed. I wasn't even worried about it at this point.
So now I'm hovering over Baron and I go, nope. You know what I'm going to do for a character check? I think about this. I know how long this character check takes. It's a little bit over 2 minutes. I go to the moon.
Is that how long it takes?
It takes about 2 minutes. It takes about as long as a decent early run-up hops.
Okay.
So I am like, all right, I'm going to go to the moon and see what I get here.
This is where the full divergence happens. Because I run straight back in to check who is there.
Right.
You did save right before you entered the big whale cutscene, so if this is a whiff, you could just reset, right?
I will reset to Earth if this is a blank, yes.
Unfortunately.
Well, or fortunately.
Fortunately, however you want to put it.
Right. So now Scratch is slightly ahead in terms of progress, assuming he can get through the boss here. So he rolls up, and we find on the throne something completely vanilla.
Yep.
You reset instantly.
That was a fast reset.
I didn't even heal to go into the fight. So
you were not doing that. Okay.
No.
So I'm going up to the moon.
Yep. At this point, I'm running. I have 10 key items. I have coffins. I have a cane. I have I have a Gungnir. I believe I know where Cat Claws are.
Yep. So I run up to the moon. Because again, I'm thinking I've got a 40% chance to get a character here, and I've got a chance to get my hands on some Bacchus wines up here, which I desperately need.
Mind
So
you, if I had kept the Edward, I did have one Thor's Rage.
So I come in here, and I come into the Lunar Palace, and I find
Coco does carry the Stardust and a Defense Sword. Wow, I didn't know that.
More
so I find the
vanilla.
old man. I find the most vanilla of action I could ever want, and I am like over the moon right now.
That's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, Tella gets binned instantly. I take the Cursed Ring because I'm going to need that. Because I'm going to lay someone down. This is where things get a little bit sketchy for me all of a sudden. I'm going to check the shop here, obviously, because again, I don't know where Bacchus wines are, because I whiffed a shop check. Which, after my really, really good overworld, I'm a little shocked that I did, but I did.
Bacchus wines are not guaranteed, right?
They are not guaranteed. And so at this point, when I don't see them here, I figure they don't exist.
So, at this point, I'm still scrambling eggs.
Yeah, you'll see me doing that in a minute. So I'm going to pop in here, I'm going to fly down, and I am going to go and immediately, with this party, scramble all of the eggs that I can.
Yeah, I think I used up all my sirens before leaving, so I'm at 7 right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go burn all of my sirens, but here's the thing. I only have 5.
Yep, but by the time you get there, I will be at 5 because I'm dragging with Rydia.
But yeah, and you're just rolling coffins. So we are about to start grinding together, and then we are going to go do the Odin spot together, and we are going to, unsurprisingly, fight Zeromus together. And this is what it boils down to now, is a lot of it boils down to tiny decisions that we both made along the way.
Along with execution in the Zeromus fight as well.
Oh, the Zeromus fight is going to be very interesting. You'll see.
Oh, the Zeromus fight is a thing. All right, so I'm landing. We're popping bottles here. Yeah, I only have 5 sirens. I'm gonna go find my brain goes fudge. Where are coffins? I know I bought them. I like menu over them 5 times. And here we go.
Yep, my Yang is at 40, 4,000? 4,000? There it is.
We can go with 4,000.
4,000.
So yeah, you end up out leveling me here, which ends up mattering a little bit because you are going to be ahead of me on level.
To be honest, it's going to matter quite a bit because remember, I know where Bacchus went. I have to sit in a Yang that my Yang is huge.
Yep. My Yang is not going to be as big as your Yang at the end here because I pop all of my sirens and I think I'm like level 42. Because I only bought half a dozen sirens. And you bought a full pop of 10.
14. But I used...
You used a bunch of them earlier.
Which actually helped out quite a bit through those bosses. So
it is probably the only thing that got you through those bosses because I was still, with fewer levels, I was killing bosses faster than you.
Because of Bahamut and microwaves.
Yep, because of Bahamut and Sylph. I leveraged my Rydia really well through this seed. But also the other thing is I'm praying to gods that I get like a bunch of spells on Rydia here, just in case. So we are just, this is wild. I gotta strike first, which stinks.
Fun note, my last fight for Rydia gets me nuke.
Wow.
I
Sirens.
do not have the equipment to use nuke.
Nope, I did, but I didn't have the sirens to waste to try and get nuke.
Yep.
So you go get wine.
Yep, I go get wine here.
You've got a big
Actually, I do it. Yeah, this is what I did. I went and checked the weapon shop real quick. Found the Gungnir and the Cat Claws.
Yeah, and you're like, all right, everything must go. We are fire sale in this joint. Okay. So at this point, I pop my last siren. I pop my last coffin. I'm like, all right, this has got to be good enough at this point. My brain then goes, one other thing I need at this point is I need an anchor. So where do you fly to go get an anchor?
I'm guessing Mysidia.
Yep, but first, I figure I'm way more powerful than I need to be to do this boss. I have microwave. I have microwave. I have Fusoya. I'm just gonna go really quickly kill whatever's down here. This is not going to be a problem. There's the Bacchus wines, which eluded me all seed. I save. I go in. You can see my party's like level 43, and Scratch Dragons is like level 50.
I'm getting heart palpitations just from rewatching this.
Oh yeah, this part is like this is killing me at this point. This is so wild at this point because you're about to fly up and you're about to come chase me into Baron Castle with your level 50 party. My party again, low to mid 40s.
Actually, I made a stop. I did make a stop because I never checked the Agart.
Ah.
One other key difference is the Tella versus Fusia is pretty huge too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm just queuing up everything here, and I just know that it's Odin, and I know 20,000 damage is going to be more than enough. So I queue up Lit 3 here. I queue up a Lit 3 here, and the fight's over. I don't need to do anything else at this point. I just want to push out enough chip damage to make sure I get over the top here.
Yep. Fun note: I ran out of magic on Tella, so I had to use an ether on him. Just to exit out, but
cool. Yep, second lightning 3 goes off, Odin is dead. So what I really should do right now is slap the cursed ring on Rydia, flip her into the middle spot, and be done, and just go to Zeromus right now. Get a heroin robe, laugh at myself. We end where we begin.
Yep, I'm just running into Baron now.
Yep, so we are at this point in time, you haven't done. Right? And I'm like, there's no way we're not like both in the Z fight or close to it. I'm like, my brain is going, maybe Scratch went moon. maybe Scratch Dragon's lost on the moon right now. I'm like, maybe you went moon and I actually won this race. Like I've just been going away. Realistically, I'm going, you're on Zeromus right now. I am running out of Baron and you are on Zeromus.
Man. Oh, fun note. I actually made a stop here. I was there like, hey, it's an elixir. I'll take it.
Wow. That is lucky. All right, so I'm going to quickly pop into Tower of Wishes here. I'm going to grab a Tella. Going to go and strap that cursed ring to Tella.
I don't know why I smacked him with a whip there when I have Lightning 3.
I'm not sure why I took any equipment here. I don't need it. I just am here to put Tella in the center and strap a cursed ring to him. Tella only needs to do like one thing in this Zeromus fight, which is cast slow. Oh, I grabbed the sorcerer shirt to make sure I'd land the slow. That's all. Probably should have strapped the sound staff to him too, honestly, but whatever. At this point again, I'm looking at doing this Zeromus fight without any Bacchus wines.
Right. Missing out on that Tomra.
Yep. So, all right, we're doing this, right? You know the drill. Ask the question. Let's make the magic happen, right?
Yeah, since the two of you already know, I'll go ahead and ask, whose butt are we going to kick tonight? Or what was it, 2 days ago?
It was 2 nights
Thursday.
ago.
Yeah, Thursday. Whose butt? I like to ask the question, whose neck am I cleaning tonight? Personally, right now it's my neck, but
all right, so we're good. We're in, right? Scratch is done. I'm done. And I am going to take my headset off and walk away for a little bit because, as you can tell, with this particular party at like level 44, we're going to be here for a hot minute. This is not a 3-minute Zeromus fight. This is not what people have been accustomed to on these flags.
yeah, this is very scary because you didn't find ethers, did you? Or the elixir?
Nope, I had 2 Ether 2s and an elixir.
Oh boy.
So I am good. I'm good. On magic regen, I'm feeling fine. I'm okay. I've got about 400 backup MP. It should be more than enough for this fight.
Yep.
Yeah, so the main thing that you're concerned with is damage output, right?
Yep.
Or lack thereof, but yeah.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
No Gungnir, no cat claws, no nothing like that.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see my team hit real hard right now. I put Fusoya in the second spot. because I want him to get somebody berserk right away because I need to do any sort of damage here.
Yep. Meanwhile, I made the stop in the Kaipo here and found Cure 3s. And I was there like, yes, please and thank you, please and thank you. I'll even take a couple of star bands.
Plus, you've got Iridia Nuke. Wow.
I did not use it.
Should have. Would have helped you push. On a fight like this, when you're real low on, when you're low on resources, I think you try to push a little bit with it, but
I don't know what this was from.
Romancing Saga 2, I believe.
I don't know. That's one that's not familiar to me either.
All right, cool. So, Tello's got one other job in this fight, which is to cast one instance. I'm going to cast one instance of slow here with Fusoya because I need to get something up because I don't think I had Silk Webby.
Yep. At this point, I also found the vampires, and I was kicking myself because I didn't buy any vampires.
Nice.
I was there like, I could have gotten through the Luge fight so much faster.
Yep. So Fusoya catches the counter nuke there, and I'm like super nervous all of a sudden. So I'm like, all right, I've got like, I don't throw a Cure 3 with Sid for some reason.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah, I had a moment there.
I'm nervous for you now too.
Oh, that's right, because there was a Berserk targeted on Sid, so it would have been useless. I'd have burned it without getting it off. Cool.
I would have been very happy to have found a Silk Web this seed too.
Oh yeah, there were no Silk Webs in the seed. By the way, as if you could possibly tell at this point in time, my party's hitting real hard.
Oh jeez.
Like, I am praying to maybe get this Berserk off, but like my party's hitting for like legit 0. I'm hitting for about 4,000 a cycle. We're gonna be here a while.
This is proof that even at the end levels, Yang needs help. Just saying that.
Yang is not at endgame levels right now. Yang is level 44.
No. If you want Yang to do any amount of damage to Zeromus, it's around the 4,000 HP mark. He starts doing some real damage. Plus the cat claws do help.
The cat claws help a lot.
10 strength is a lot. Even if I had like just the poison claw and a strength ring on him, it would have been nice.
I ended up putting the strength ring on Kane, which in hindsight is a mistake. It should be on Yang.
Oh, it absolutely should be on Yang, yes.
Yeah, Yang gets the best boost out of those things, I think.
Mine, I think, is still on Sid. So I'm literally doing this fight with Earthhammer, Sid, Ogre, Axe, Kane, and no claws Yang.
Yeah. So I'm here, and because I didn't have the whatchamacallit, the Silk Web, I was there like, all right, I'll just double crystal him to make sure I get the first nerf on. And luckily for me, look at that, Tella takes the first counter nuke.
Yep, so I'm just parking it on Fu here. I am doing legit no damage. This is great. I love this. I am sweating bullets here because I figure I'm in about the same fight situation here, or I either figured I got here earlier and just am hoping that I get through it just a little bit more efficiently, and then my cane died.
So at this point, I am extremely nervous because I'm there like any big roll, big bang will kill Rydia. 100% will kill Rydia. I have no white mage. My white mage is my black mage / summon. So I'm smacking for about 3,000 around here.
Yeah, so you're doing about 50% to 75% more damage than I am.
And look, purple face.
Ooh.
Nice.
The purple face was good for you earlier, but I don't know if that's exactly what you wanted there.
Like, and I'm trying to raise Tella here to get off an extra berserk. Like, all right, so I'm gonna pop my first ether here. Like, I'm trying to keep Fusoya up on mana here when I have downtime.
Yep. So fun note about Ashura though. Ashura doesn't care about how much or magic power you have. Mind you, purple face number 2. Here I'm getting desperate, so I'm throwing a cure for Tella. I quickly learn of my mistakes. So I'm very glad I found those cure 3s.
Right, and I am just sitting here just praying that my party members survive these big bangs because I am just like way under here.
Yep. So I'm still rolling. I think I get the Ashura off here.
Yep, and I'm just doing my thing right now. This is just great.
Yep, I get my extra Ashura off. I get the good old they each have a name. Mind you, 2,000 HP back from an Ashura when I have a Dragon Whip Heroine equipped. So Big Bang goes off. It's very sure that Rydia was going to die here. Rydia does not die.
Yep, my Sid catches a nuke here, which of course is great. He takes nearly his entire health bar from that nuke. He takes like 2,200 damage from a single nuke. Does my team have like no gear whatsoever?
Yeah, I made a conscious effort to try and find at least something, as long I was like close to weapon shops for hopefully my Yang and my Kane once I found him. Because I said to myself, I have no equipment to be taking on Zeromus in any timely fashion. If I didn't stop for those cat claws, I don't think I would have beaten him before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tomra weapon shop really powered you up there, Scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so I'm channeling a Cure 4 because my Tella is alive, which he probably shouldn't be. Like, I think I focus a little much on Tella here. You've got to kind of accept the fact that a character with 500 health is just useless on this fight, like, let alone, like, even 1,000.
So, yeah, Tomra was really the big difference here because those Bacchus wines are paying dividends at this point.
Yep, I really wish I had Bacchus wines at this point because I could just be popping them like there's no tomorrow, and instead I'm just relying on, like, Fusoya just trying to do work on his own.
At this point, because wonderful Bacchus wines interrupt the turns, it's just so good. I don't understand how like Berserk is just ridiculous. And I remember being a dumb little kid, be like, I'm Berserk, I hate this.
Yeah, Jeepus Moot. I actually whiffed. Tella whiffed a Berserk. Tella just does not have the stats to actually land Berserk on my characters.
So, mind you, Rydia did not die in this fight. She is a trooper at 1,700 life.
That was a high-powered Big Bang you just took there, Demerine.
Yeah, I was a 9-roller. And remember, I have no gear. I am literally wearing no equipment. Like, I might as well just have all my party members completely naked at this point.
So, another purple face for me. Hating my life.
Like, single channeling a Cure 3 so I don't lose Kane here. You get the phase 2 nuke here. I saw a phase 2 nuke already. I think I'm catching like my 19th Big Bang this fight.
Yep, and lo and behold, better lucky than good, Tella takes another nuke to the face. Believe it or not, the purple faces I've gotten in this entire run were actually all pretty helpful.
Everyone was pretty good, honestly.
Except maybe like one or two in the Zeromus fight, but I beat him and I didn't have to try again, which was the important thing. So yeah, these guys are still swinging their lives away over there. Sid is relegated to healing duty.
My party is just doing damage here. I don't know if my party's doing real damage or not, but my party's trying to do damage here. I think I'm on my last Cure 3 here.
Yeah. So, at this point, this is actually, yep, there goes the falling rocks, and this is where Rydia takes the nosedive, I believe. So does Kane. But that's all right, because Yang and Sid are still alive.
And that's all that matters.
Yep, Yang hits like a freaking truck.
Yeah, I get rocks right as you finish. So my fight just takes so much longer because I don't have wine and I don't have. I'm missing the gear. I'm basically missing Tamra.
Yep.
Which is all that it took to cost me this race.
Yep. Just as a note, kids, remember, leveling does matter.
Yeah, the extra sirens really help, but if I did have a Gungner and Cat Claws, I think I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was real close. Like, I think scratchdragon and I are very, very tightly matched runners. I don't think we've ever had a race that was really a blowout, except for the one Zemastone race where I got rabbit holed where everybody else didn't, and I think you all crushed me because I got real stuck. But I get my flash and bang here just shortly thereafter, under a minute later.
Yeah, this was a very close race, a really good one to get your thoughts on. I think another big thing is with scratchdragon avoiding those free checks and Sheila not seeing that darkness crystal, while Demerine, you evaded the the haunted moon on this one. So neither of you ended up being stuck on the moon. Is another thing that kept it really close.
Oh yeah. If anything, how would you have done this fight if you didn't go check the moon for that character, Dem? Would you have even tried it with your team?
I would have gone and grabbed more sirens and leveled.
Okay.
And like flown around looking for cure 3s because I would have just been like out of my skull for not having them on my notes. But yeah, that would have been real ugly. There would have been a chance I would have just climbed Zot as well, knowing that it was basically a 100% chance to get a white mage.
Well,
but yeah, this was reject percent the whole way down, basically.
Pretty much. Well, no, you don't get to cheat. You had food
for like a hot minute.
Still counts.
Like, for maybe the most important fight of the seed.
I didn't have food for like 80 minutes.
Still, I'm sitting there with an Ashore radio, praying for every correct face. No Bahamut, no Sylph.
Such a good race. Such a wild one. Like, this is what it's all about. Like I was like I'm gonna relive this and like I'm like, oh god, this sucks. I'm like, no, this was a lot of fun. Like,
this is ridiculous.
This is what you could expect in brackets, though, is looking at parties and going, like, I desperately need to get this Rydia online, or I desperately need like an ogre axe, or I desperately need like literally anything to get this going. Because you just don't have much of anything.
Yeah, this was really a rough seed. Looking back on it, there are so many places I could have just improved on. The Earthhammer against Luge, not being an idiot, probably doing those free checks would have been nice too. Because, like I said, in my head, the only thought that was in my mind was finish the underground and be done with it. Oh man.
I appreciate that.
How many times did I say, oh, what was I thinking? Like 8, 9?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Well, and now the two of you are moving on to the next round. Demery, do you know if you're going to be in the play-in, or do you know if you're in the brackets yet?
I would venture to guess I'm going to be in a play-in, so I am ready to crush someone's dreams at this point.
All right. And scratchdragon, you get a little bit of a breather for a while, but those brackets are going to be coming soon. With the bracket change of the flags, are you ready, or have you not even taken a look at it yet?
Fun note, I said before the tournament starts, I will do a practice run. I did the bracket practice run, and I'm there like, what kind of madness is this? I'll probably get a couple more in, seeing that I get a little bit of leeway in this week. Due to work, I haven't really been able to stream any practice, but I'm feeling relatively comfortable with it. It's kind of like falling off a bike. I just have to. It's the small errors that have been killing me. That you just you get them as you play along. So.
All right.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Either of you have some last thoughts about either this race or the Swiss rounds in general?
You could go first, Dem.
I am, as part of the organization crew, of course, for Free Enterprise, I've been really glad. I think this has been a real hit so far. I think this has probably been our best event ever, honestly, and I'm just real excited for the brackets and the bracket flags. The bracket flags are really going to show who has a good sense of the game because of all the changes that are going on. I've already started practicing the bracket flags, and they really reward a lot of different, a very different style than these flags do. So I won't give you my notes. Silverfire and I have been working on routing for these flags a lot. So I'm really hoping I do make it to brackets, because I think I've got a shot if I play at all well. If I play at this level, I will be at least a tough out, if nothing else. But I gotta make it through next week first.
All right, and Scratch?
With every one of these tournaments, I've been having a lot of fun. Anyone who knows, I've played in old tournaments, the Paladin percent, any of the Final Fantasy races for 4 or 6. I've been primarily focused on Free Enterprise, because Free Enterprise is the best randomizer. You could at me all you want. I still think it's the best randomizer. But this is a lot of fun, and I wholeheartedly wish for anyone who watches one of these races to, even if you're going to play it casually, play Free Enterprise. It's such a fun take on how an RPG randomizer could be. So, and there's just so many variations and so many pieces of strategy that have come out from just playing the randomizer, that people figured out that you can fight Zeromus with Edward by himself, or Evil Wall could kill himself. It's just, and the surprises haven't ended, and nor will they end anytime soon.
All right. Well, I want to thank the both of you for letting us watch your race back. It was a lot of fun, real exciting stuff there. Also want to give a quick shout outs to Gambit, who is doing the tracking for this, and Smatey on the restream. Without them, we wouldn't have a show. And I've been Rex Raul, and I want to thank everybody for watching. And that's going to be it for tonight. And hope you all have a good rest of your weekend.